What's up, Peanuts? So I wanted to make a video about commonly mispronounced French words, and then I realized that pretty much every single French word is mispronounced by English speakers, so... And I can't blame you. I mean, we have the U, the œil, the ouille, the... So obviously French words are pretty hard to master, so making a video about commonly mispronounced French words would be like a 10,000 hours video. So no, instead I decided to focus... Yeah, I know. I'm able to say it. Focus. So instead I decided to focus on French brands. Why so? Because it's my video. So commonly mispronounced French brands, I hope you'll enjoy. French brands, just like French swearing, are artistic. They are 27 years old, good looking, athletic, they love snowboarding, drawing, making vid... No, that's not the right description. So 200 grams of tomatoes for... That's still not the right one. No, more seriously, French brands are luxurious, no matter the field. Don't believe me? We even made a man panties brand luxurious. And proud to be French. À nos enfants de la patrie. And why only focusing on luxury, you might ask? Well, simply because we're a condescending, disdainful, pompous, supercilious people. I mean, if you don't believe me, I used condescending, disdainful, pompous, and supercilious as adjectives to qualify ourselves. Anyway, you're not here for that, you're here to master the pronunciation of French brand names. Why so? Because that's the title of the video, so I guess you clicked on it for that. But also because French brands chose their names to be the hardest possible to pronounce for strangers, just so French people will be able to feel condescending, disdainful, pompous, and supercilious while telling you, oh no, it's not Loccitane, it's Loccitane. So number one, Loccitane en Provence. So Loccitane en Provence. Lo, like, but with less and more oh. So, lo. Then xi, like KSI, but you replace the I by a E, and you try to say it really quickly, so it's like KSI, 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 ta, like Thanos, but without a H. Ne, like, just repeat it after me. And so that creates lo, xi, ta, ne. And then you just polish all that, and it goes Loccitane. And finally, the en Provence. You know what? Most of us just call the brand Loccitane, so just stick to that. So Loccitane. Number two is Ernest. This one is pretty easy to pronounce, just go with Ernest, remove the nest and add the mess. And you have pretty much this video. And also the name of a brand. Mess. Number three, Vichy, which, let's face it, sounds like Vachier. I told you at the beginning, French brands, French swear, boom, let's break boundaries. Art. But with a he and a she, boom, because after breaking boundaries, let's break gender roles. We love everyone here. He, she, it, them, her, obviously. So yeah, Vichy. Then number four, one of my favorite brand names, not because of a brand, because really I know almost nothing about it, but because of how to pronounce this brand name. Try to pronounce it. Did you say Givenchy? Yeah? Yeah? Fuck you! Because the name is actually Givenchy. Mind blown! And yes, I know, even some French people will be like, what? I mean, what? So how to pronounce it? Pretty easy though. You just need to say G, you know, like the letter. Not this one, that's the French one, so G. Which is something I didn't get. Why did you replace it? Like, why is G is J and J is G? This makes no sense. Why? Then vent, like vent but without the T, and she like, well, she again. Because girl power. Givenchy. Then Dior, Chanel, Cartier. Why do I put those three together? Mostly just because they are like short words and you know, so the video will not take forever. Because in the end they kinda don't have anything in common. I mean, Chanel and Dior a little bit, Cartier not at all, as it's just jewelry. But hey, let's... yeah! So Dior, D, which is kinda like, you know, without the K. That makes even funnier in French, because K can also be seen as... So, yeah. I'm a child. Et or, like, mais où est donc Ornicard? or, because or, you know, or. So Dior, Dior. Chanel, which is like charnel, which is a really hard to pronounce French word because there's the French R, but without the R, so in the end it's easier. And Cartier. So Chanel, which is easier because you don't have the French R. No, Cartier, just go with car and then tier, and just go Cartier, and then just go Cartier, and don't pronounce the R at the end. Cartier, and then pronounce the R as a French R, and Cartier, Cartier. Then Guerlain and Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I put them together for the G-spot. You see, that's why it doesn't work to replace G and J together. I mean, in French, that would have been amazing. I would have been like, and then Guerlain and Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I put them together for the point G. Boom! It's rhyme, sexual joke, I feel French. But no, in English, that just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Guerlain and Jean-Paul Gaultier, how to pronounce them, just repeat after me. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't really have any tricks. So, Guerlain, Jean-Paul Gaultier. Then the next one is Yves Saint Laurent. Just go with YSL. And if you actually really want to say it, then Yves, just go, well, pretty much like Eve, you know, the naked girl. Then Saint, like a saint. So, you know, according to the Great Cucumber, not a naked girl. And finally, Laurent, which is kind of like Lawrence, but you change the R for a French R, and remove the S for a T, but a silent T. And you might ask, why putting a T if it's for it to be silent? And that's mostly because we love tea. Oh no, that's the Brits. Well then, because fuck you, French logic! Vive la vie! Then to the antepenultimate one, because that's the antepenultimate one, and I like the antepenultimate one, because the antepenultimate one is Mouette et Chandon. Why putting that as the antepenultimate one? Mostly because that's the antepenultimate one, and also because it's du champagne. No, not champagne, champagne. And why do I sound condescending, disdainful, pompous, and superlicious? Just because I'm French. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't care about the fact that you say champagne or champagne, it's just like the exact same to me, but, you know, I wanted to sound French, be French, so I had to be rude. But anyway, so this one is Mouette et Chandon. To pronounce mouette is pretty much like une mouette, but you just cut the middle. So it's une mouette. Une mouette! Et Chandon? Okay, so the penultimate one, look at this one. In French, we don't pronounce the last letters most of the time, so you know it's the silent T and silent R. You see, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Cartier, the last R is not pronounced. So this one is Estée Lauder. Because fuck you! All that to say that this brand is like the biggest troll you will see in the world for their name. So yeah, you pronounce the R in the end. So Estée Lauder. And the final one is going to be La Roche-Posay. And why did I put this one as the last one, you might ask? And the reason is for nothing. But there's a French R, so you will definitely struggle, but I believe in you. You can do it. Or not! Putain! And this is the end of commonly mispronounced French brand names, or something like that. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Go follow me on all my social medias, because there, I still don't have to say anything, but there. You can also support me on Patreon, because I tried to live from love and water, and ended up in hospital. And no matter what happens, I will see you in my next video. Have an amazing, wonderful day. Don't forget to smile, and bye-bye. Focus. Oh, focus!